Now we shall see the next kind of, the third kind of demand deposit, namely overdue deposit. Overdue deposit is not any new deposit. When a fixed deposit matures for payment on a particular day, and on that day, if the amount is not received or not paid to the customer, and then automatically bank transfers the fixed deposit from fixed deposit category to overdue deposit. While fixed deposit is categorized under term deposit, overdue deposit is categorized under demand deposit. Why overdue deposit is categorized under demand deposit? Because from that moment onwards, from that moment when it is transferred to overdue deposit onwards, from that moment onwards, at any point of time the customer can come and take the money, and it is payable to him on demand. Therefore only it is called a demand deposit. And please remember, suppose there is a fixed deposit in which 10% interest is being paid. From the day that is transferred to the overdue deposit, from that moment onwards, from that day onwards, there shall be no interest payment. Interest shall cease to exist in that deposit. But there is a proviso. Suppose the customer comes after 10 days or 15 days and renews the fixed deposit for a further period of 4 years or 5 years, then for that gap, for that interregnum period, interest is payable. So if the customer withdraws the money from overdue deposit, no interest is payable for the gap. But on the other hand, if the customer renews the deposit after the given period, and he renews it for a fixed deposit for that period of 3 years or 5 years, then interest for this gap period is also payable. And always remember, overdue deposit is categorized under demand deposit. The next deposit scheme is a very interesting deposit. It is called unfixed deposit with auto sweep. This is an innovation. Reserve Bank has very categorically told that there can be one time deposit or demand deposit. In demand deposit, the interest payable is low. If it is savings bank interest, it will be low. If it is current account, no interest is payable. Whereas in time deposit or fixed deposit, interest payable is high. But Citibank, this is the first this innovative scheme announced by Citibank. Citibank came out with an unfixed deposit scheme. What is this unfixed deposit scheme? A customer will come, you open a savings bank account for him. Also get some fixed deposit application forms signed by him. Now let us fix a limit of 1 lakh. In consultation with the customer, they will say, normally I need up to 1 lakh only, either in my savings bank account or in current account. Both accounts it is possible. So you fix a limit of 1 lakh. Up to 1 lakh, nothing will happen. Suppose the balance goes above 1 lakh. Suppose the balance becomes 10 lakhs. Then from this current account or savings bank account, 9 lakhs will be taken automatically, and out of this 9 lakhs, fixed deposits will be opened, each 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees as agreed between the customer and the bank individually. Between them, the bank and customer will agree, depending upon the situation, depending upon the financial position of the customer. The bank will say, we will open fixed deposits of 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000 as the case may be. So whatever amount in excess of 1 lakh was there, it will be transferred to fixed deposit account. And it will start earning fixed deposit interest from that moment onwards. So the customer will continue with his transaction. So long the limit of 1 lakh is not breached, there is no problem. All transactions will go through. Suddenly one day, a check for 3 lakhs comes. So balance outstanding is only 1 lakh. So another 2 lakhs is required. If that is not there, the check has to be returned. Then what the bank will do is, the bank will close 2 lakhs worth of fixed deposits. It will pre-close and then transfer it to the current account or the savings bank and pass that check. And the remaining deposit, 9 lakhs they have transferred. Only 2 lakhs now they have transferred back. So the remaining deposits will continue to earn interest. And this deposit which has been pre-closed will also earn interest as per the rules of pre-closure. So we have not opened a new account. We have not violated any of the guidelines or instructions of Reserve Bank of India. We have only transferred excess balance above 1 lakh to a fixed deposit in convenient parameters, so that it can be transferred back as and when check comes. If after 5 days the balance goes again 5 lakhs more, it comes to 5 lakhs, then 4 lakhs will be transferred to fixed deposit. So this is called auto sweep and reverse sweep. When the money in excess of the limit is transferred to fixed deposit, it is called auto sweep. This is done automatically by the computer. There is no human intervention involved. And then when the check comes, when there is an insufficiency in the balance, required amount of fixed deposits will be pre-closed and transferred back. The remaining fixed deposits will continue to earn interest. Therefore, look at from the customer's point of view, what is the advantage for him? He does not know how much balance will be there because it varies on a day-to-day balance. But he knows more or less he needs up to 1 lakh he needs. Therefore, up to 1 lakh he keeps. And whatever excess balance, suppose he is going to keep only in current account, as I told you, it is going to earn only 0% interest. On the other hand, when you go for this 2-in-1 account or unfixed deposit account, which is an amphibious creature, sometimes it is term deposit, sometimes it is demand deposit, depending upon whether it is a current account or savings bank account or a term fixed deposit account. So any amount in excess of 1 lakh will be automatically transferred to fixed deposit and will run as fixed deposit and earn interest as fixed deposit, and it will be applicable to all the rules and regulations of fixed deposit because it is a fixed deposit from that moment when it is transferred to the fixed deposit account. And whenever there is a requirement here, check comes, there will be a reverse sweep from that fixed deposit. Required fixed deposits will be automatically closed, pre-closed as per the rules of fixed deposit and transferred to this account, so that the check can be passed. And again, if there is a surplus, that surplus will be again shifted to fixed deposit. This kind of arrangement is possible only under computerization. A normal method, suppose under the manual method, if you are going to do this, you will go mad. So this is a system which will work very well in the era of computerization. The benefit goes to the customer. And the bank, please remember, has not violated any Reserve Bank of India guideline. All the rules of fixed deposit, all the rules of current account, all the rules of savings bank account are followed meticulously. Only thing is we transfer to and back the amount depending upon the requirement of the customer. When you transfer the money from the savings bank or current account to the fixed deposit, it is called auto sweep. When it is transferred back, it is called a reverse sweep. Actually, this is a gimmick played by the bank, an innovative gimmick played by the bank, very much within the framework of rules of Reserve Bank of India, and the result is that the customer is benefited because he gets additional interest in fixed deposit which he would have otherwise not got by maintaining the balance simply in current account. Therefore, this is a very advantageous account, and nowadays all banks have started this account. Some banks call it as 2-in-1 account, some banks call it as auto sweep account. Each bank has got its own name, but all banks have got it because this gimmick is possible only in a computerized environment, and it's a very advantageous scheme for the businessman or people with larger cash balances available with them.